What's up, everybody? Belligerent here with another Bloodline video. Before we jump into the video, let me just say I appreciate all of your support. If you want to support me, make sure that you pop that like button and you also click on that subscribe. Every like and every subscribe really helps, and I appreciate all of you. Before we get into the video, I am going to put up a little bit of information over on the right-hand side of the screen, and we're just going to leave it there for the rest of the video. That is going to have our Discord link. It is going to have a community guild where if you want to come hang out with me and some of the people from our Discord or some of my other supporters, you can jump on over to that server, join up with that guild, and have a blast with us. I'm also going to leave you an invite code. You can pop this into any account that you are previous to stage 320, get some extra rewards, and also going to leave you my Patreon link in case you're interested in other ways to support me. And let's get on with the video. Alright guys, we're here in the Dungeon Descent, and I have a build for you. I call this my 10 seconds or less build because when this build comes online, you will be annihilating everything in 10 seconds or less, including the level 24 boss. Now, I have tested this on everything from a level 100 comp all the way up to about a level 400 comp. It seems to scale just fine. I can't speak for anything above the level 400. I haven't tested above that, but if you try this build out and your comp is above level 400, so you're facing a tougher dungeon, let me know if it works for you, but this is how it goes. So let's jump in, take a look at the relics. These are the relics that you're going to primarily be focused on, and then we'll talk about how to fill out the rest of your relics, what some good choices are, what some bad choices are, because you're not always going to get the premier choices. So this build centers around Potion of Rage. This is the most broken relic in the game. I honestly won't be surprised if they nerf this somehow very soon. But while it's here, let's use it. So Potion of Rage, when the battle starts, all champions gain additional 1,000 energy. Basically, you're going to start with your ultimates up. The other key relic, and you're going to buy the every time this relic comes up, you are going to buy this relic, and that is Hawkeye Sight. Increase the damage dealt by mage and marksman champions by 10%, or by a percent. Let's see if I have a bigger one, because it does scale. This is just a rare. There we go. So at epic, it's 15%, I assume. Legendary, if you find a legendary one, would be 20%. I don't think I found a legendary one on this run. But these are the two relics that you are going to focus above all else. Okay, you need to find one rage potion, one potion of rage, and then anytime Hawkeye Sight comes up, buy that relic and stack it as much as you can. So when you start your dungeon run, scour every level, clear every level completely until we find Potion of Rage. This one is key. Every time you pick a relic box and it has a Hawkeye Sight, you buy Hawkeye Sight. Okay, beyond those, what are we looking for? We are looking for anything that increases damage, if I can find one here. There we go. Total damage of all teammates by 10%. So any banners that increase damage, all is always better than some. So if you have a relic that does increases damage for all, that's always better than increases damage for the back row. Okay? But we can take any of those two if those are our only option. Back row, front row. This one is front row. Total damage of all teammates in the front row. Attack damage doesn't really matter. Just increase your damage. The other option that you want to look for are the banners that reduce enemies. So either enemy health or enemy defense. Reduce the damage, or reduces the defense of all enemies, or reduces the health of all enemies. Now, the one that you don't want to get, the one that is bad, kind of useless, because they aren't going to be attacking us anyway is this one, like Banner Despair, reduces the attack of all enemies. Don't worry about that. They're not going to be attacking us of any substantial nature. Okay, some other really good ones that you don't want to pass on if you get the chance at them, but these are more rare relics. These are going to be like the legendary. So the Savage Battle Axe that gives you the splash damage, busted. Take it. Where's the other one? The Reaper's Scythe. Okay, when dealing damage to enemies of less than 15% health, immediately executes them. Take it. That one is not necessarily priority because in this build that I'm going to be giving you, everybody's just going to get wiped out. You're not going to be doing little amounts of damage. Okay, so that one's good. And again, anything that helps our cause. So Flaming Battle Axe, this is going to be attack in the front row. Just anything that increases attack. Ignore defense, ignore health. We don't need to increase any of that unless that's your only option. We want to increase attack and we want to decrease enemy defense. So enemy defense, enemy health, any of that we want to take. The Precision Bow increases critical rate. That's a good one if you find that one as well. The other one, this one is phenomenal. Spiked Buckler. Oh, no, that's not the right one. Sorry, that's defense. I just said don't do defense. Where is it? I know I have it. It looks just like it. Is it this one? There we go. The Darwin Shield increases the attack of all teammates by 20% if you get that legendary. That's great. But hopefully now you understand. Now, if you just have some really bad choices, one that will work in the comp that I'm going to show you that doesn't necessarily... Again, this one doesn't, but you could take this one because we will have a tank Ward of Immortality. Reduces the damage taken by tank champions. Again, that's not really that important, but I guess it's better than nothing. The Energy Gem you can take recovers 100% energy within 5 seconds after casting the ultimate. It's not going to come into play that much. Any of these things, when energy... This one isn't going to come into play that much. Restores 2% health because, again, you're just going to wipe the board clean. You're not really going to hang around long enough to restore 2% per second, but you could take that one if that is your best choice. So use that accordingly, but don't worry about increase of health. Don't worry about increase of defense. Don't worry about increase of damage reduction. We won't need it. All right, let's take a look at what champions we want to grab. All right, so let's get into the comp for this dungeon run. Now, this is kind of the comp that we're going to run. It's going to be all mages if you can. All mages with the exception of F-Lion. If you can't get mages, get marksman. Now, if you don't have any of these, run the best comp that you have built on your roster because almost all of these you can pick up from the dungeon run, from the armor statues that let you choose mythical champions to use in your comp. Don't get married to your comp. Pick AoE mages and swap out your comp. So we want F-Lion, right? She is key to this with her buff. We all know why she's the best. It's insane, okay? The one that I do recommend, if you have a good one, bring him, is M. Aeson. He has the strength buff as his passive, and you cannot get him from the armor statues, at least not that I've seen. So he's not an option. So if you have him, bring him. If you don't, we can do it without him. Not a big deal. Now, the other ones that I had on there that I think are kind of ideal are the Fulgurs, especially the female works really well in this scenario because she has a bit more of a delay before her big hit. So that's going to work well with the timing of the F-Lion buff. Okay, but M. Fulgur is also fine as well. Run them both if you can find them both. Okay. Other options are M. Scorching Fire. He's decent. He only hits 3 targets rather than all of them, but that's okay. Makes for some decent cleanup, so you could run him if you want to. Stay away from the female Scorching Fire. Her ultimate is just too slow. It just doesn't do enough damage. Okay, but I think ideally we're going to have F. Ignis in here. So 2 Fulgurs, and Ignis, Aeson, Again, if you can't find those, run marksman. You can pick up both of the tides from the armor. Statues, put all of this together, and you're gonna be annihilating the dungeon in no time. 10 seconds or less, you're gonna clear. Let me show you what I got. You'll get to see some of this in action. Let me know in the comments below if you give this a try. Let me know if this helps. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Belligerent. Peace.